today's theme would be a little bit more about our spinal movement, okay? So there's the 7 movements of the spine. And so we're going to start with the side-to-side movement. So the simplest, gentlest way is simply to lean to one side and lean to the other. And that's just the simplest, gentlest way. Everybody can kind of go to whatever extent they want to, right? And then if you want to add to it, we can bring right hand to right shoulder. And then as we lean to the left, we can start to lift up through the elbow, feeling a little more length there. And then exhale, bringing right elbow to right hip. Good. Inhale, reach up. Reaching your hip down at the same time, and exhale, you can even imagine you're kind of crunching to that side. And then one more time. Good, and then bring it down. Beautiful. All right, so that's shoulder bent, and then the next variation would be right arm reaching up and over. Good, and then bring it down. Good, and then take 2 more. Inhale, reach up and over. And exhale, bring it down. Feel free to use your left hand to support you if you're feeling, a little bit off balance in your chair. Good, and then bring it down. Woo, so we just did a whole lot of side stretches on the right side, and just notice how that whole right side feels all the way up through there. All right, and we'll go move to second side. So again, we're just kind of leaning to the right and bringing it down. Good, lean again. And bring it down. So I would call this like something that you would do even if you were, say, sitting in the airport or doctor's office. You can do this without people looking at you too weird. All right. Next variation, left hand, left shoulder. And then as you lean to the right, elbow reaches up. Good. And then bring it down. This time we're going to try and hike the hip and bring elbow toward hip. So hiking that left hip and then inhale. I kind of like this variation. Reach up. Exhale, crunch, and then one more. We're actually activating the oblique muscles, the ones that are on the sides there. Good. And then if you want to start coming into the bigger movement, that left arm straightens out and reaches up and over. Good. And then bring it down. Good. Take 2 more. Go at your own pace. You can go slower or faster. But also make sure you're still breathing, okay? Good, and then come back to center. Notice how both sides of the body feel. Kind of wiggle things out a little. All right. I always like to take a little bit of a forward fold in between poses, but let's start by lengthening up. So this was 2 sides. This is 2 directions, right? I lean to the right, lean to the left. So this is another movement of the spine, which is really lengthening the spine as far as you'll go. Good, and then bring it down. Good, let's take 2 more. So inhale, reach up tall. And exhale, reach. And one more, inhale, reach up tall. Good, and this time release. And then allow yourself to lean forward, hands to thighs or forearms to thighs. You decide how far to go. I like to keep hands to thighs if my low back is being sore. Forearms to thighs, but if my back's feeling healthy, I can bring belly all the way down to the thighs and let the head hang here. Good. Noticing how this fit feels. Go ahead and let yourself kind of move to the right a little bit. So whatever forward fold version you've done, just allow yourself to move to the right a little. Finding a little bit of a diagonal, and then come back through center and over to the left. Finding this diagonal motion maybe allows you to feel the right hip a little bit more. And then as you come to center, just halfway down, let your head hang down, but tuck the chin up toward the chest. So we'll get a nice long stretch at the back of the neck. And we're going to use gravity here to really get our neck a little bit in movement. So then lift the head, look forward or up a little, and then exhale, tuck the chin. And the chin is tucked close to the throat. And then 2 more. Inhale, lift the head, And so it's just a really nice neck movement without, letting gravity working against gravity. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself back up to upright. Nice. All right. So I like to do up and down movement with the head, but I like that we need to strengthen the back of the neck, and when we work against gravity, we're doing a little bit of that. Okay. Okay. How's everybody feeling so far? So far, okay. All right. I'm not touching my microphone because I don't want it to cut out on me again. It did that at the beginning. All right. So now we did the side to side and we did the length. So those are 3 movements of the spine. So we're going to do 2 more right now, and that's going to be our twisting movement. So just gently twist and twist. So hands are up, and you just allow yourself to twist. Twist and twist. Notice where that's coming from. What parts of your body, what parts of the spine are getting movement. All right. So I like the super gentle variation, and sometimes you can just do hands across chest. Okay. I like this one. All right. Now, if we want to start making this a little more, we're going to bring right hand, right shoulder, and this is going to add a little bit of shoulder work, and bring the right elbow across the body, and then bring the elbow back. So we're starting to take that twist and add a little bit more. So across the body, good, and open back behind you. Good. One more time. Okay. Good. Whew. Now, take that right arm, extend it across, good, and turn to your left. And take that right arm and reach back and turn to your right. Good. You got a couple of times, noticing how that feels, reaching across. And if your arm gets tired, simply just your elbow, bring your hand to your shoulder. Okay, last one. And then when you get into the open, when you are turning to the right, let your right hand rest and let your hand come to the right knee. And then turn here and hold. Feel each breath as if it was moving up through the spine. Good, and then release your twist. Nice. All right, so we kind of focused more on what was happening on the right side, although we were still twisting both directions, okay? All right, I'm just gonna make sure everybody's on mute, so we don't worry about any background noises. We're good. Okay, now. So we already did the little gentle twist, and so now we'll go left hand, left shoulder, and then cross it over to the right side, and then open it to the left. Good. So we're actually taking the twist and adding a little bit of shoulder work here, right? Inhale and exhale. It doesn't really even matter where you breathe, it's just as long as you keep breathing, okay? All right, then you add the option of straight arm across as we twist to the right, and then straight arm open as we twist to the left. Good. Take one more. And then as we cross over, let that left hand land on the right knee. Good. Look over your right shoulder. And then come on up and let your right hand go to the left knee, left arm behind you, let that arm rest and look over that left shoulder. And then unwind, come back to center. Good, so those are our twisting movements. Lots of different ways to do it, you know. Make it simple, make it bigger, it's up to you. So that's 5 movements of the spine so far. We did the length of our spine, we did a side-to-side movement, and we've done a twisting movement, right? So let's do a little water break, and we'll finish with the last 2, okay? So I know I'm thirsty, so you might be too. The idea of water breaks I got from Silver Sneakers. A lot of yoga classes don't traditionally do water breaks or breaks at all. But Silver Sneakers always recommends it, and I like it because I kind of get thirsty and I need a little break in between. All right. So besides rotation and lateral movements and extension, what other spine movements are left? We do it almost every single class, and that is called extension and flexion, which is cat-cow, okay? So we'll start the simplest way. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see, and all we're going to do is round, feel the belly come in, and then lift the chest, shoulders down and back. So we're going to go make it super gentle at first, just so you can get the idea of what's happening in the spine. Good. And notice that your tailbone can curl underneath you when we're rounding. And your tailbone can reach back, so your pelvis is tilting as we open. So that's our super gentle cat-cow, okay? All right, so how do we add to that? We bring hands to shoulders. And then as elbows come together, round, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest. Good. And then as elbows open, shoulders are down and back, chest forward, maybe look up. Good. And then take two more of those. So round and open. So the entire spine is moving, even the back of the neck, all the way down to the pelvis. Last one. Come back to center. All right, so that was the next variation, and then there's arms extended, right? So we can take arms and reach forward, and then as we're reaching forward, everything else pulls back. Good, and then as we lift our chest, arms reach back. Beautiful. So take any variation you like. Take two more. Nice job. Good. Then our neutral. Beautiful. We'll take one more with feet wide instead. One more of those lengthening, reaching up tall, getting long. Good. And then if your body is okay with hinging forward, try it. If not, then keep it upright. So draw that belly in, keep reaching and lengthening the spine. Hinge till you can't go any further without slouching, and then go ahead and bring your hands down to your shins, your thighs, whatever forward fold you like here. So that takes a little bit of core work to lean forward without holding on to anything. And then as you're ready, bring your hands back to your thighs and slowly roll up so that the lower back comes up, the middle back, and the back, upper back, then the head. Beautiful. So those are the 7 movements of the spine. And